Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are, welcome. I am so glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about an unpopular subject, which is the downside of frontline fundraising as a career. And it's tricky because we have these awesome careers. We get to wake up in the morning and make the world a slightly better place just by going to work. We get to connect donors' deeply held values with these big, audacious goals of organizations we love that are solving the most intractable problems and elevating humanity. Like, this is good stuff, right? But yet, there is an underbelly, just like there is with any career path. But I want to share the ones that are really things that we don't talk about as much in frontline fundraising. There are four. One is the passion glasses phenomenon. Two is sexual harassment. Three is bad leadership. And four is pressure. I'll start with passion glasses. Passion glasses is a term that just kind of encompasses that thing where we are so mission driven, right? We are so motivated to ensure that the world is a better place due to our work that we will do anything. We will run through a wall, let alone skipping breakfast, lunch, and dinner, let alone not getting enough sleep, let alone throwing self-care out the window. So passion glasses, sometimes we got to remove those glasses. And one thing I like to say is sometimes we need to care a little less, right? Part of the struggle here is because we care so darn much. We're willing to put ourselves in these precarious situations. We're willing to not take care of ourselves so that we can take care of our organization. But sometimes we got to care a little less. Got to take care of you. Can't pour from an empty cup. That's the thing. Can't pour from an empty cup. Got to keep your own cup full. So passion glasses can be part of the downside of frontline fundraising. Number two is sexual harassment. So sexual harassment is alive and well in our industry, and it's super unfortunate. And I personally do not know what the answer is. The extreme power imbalance between fundraisers and donors lends itself to some pretty bad behavior. And I think it doesn't help that oftentimes alcohol is involved. We have, a lot of events and dinners and tailgates and all that kind of stuff where people are drinking and some of the social norms kind of go out the window. I think it can be confusing what to do in the moment because not all of us know how our organization would support us if we did stand up to a donor who was being inappropriate. Some organizations are pretty clear about it, but I think they're few and far between. I think for the most part, frontline fundraisers are pretty unsure of what they can say, what they can do, how much they can stand up for themselves, how much they can stand up for themselves, what the outcome would be, what's at risk. Would they be in a he said, she said, or he said, And there's a lot of it. So that's a big downside. Sexual harassment. All right, number three, bad bosses and bad leaders. So bad bosses and bad leaders exist in every career path, no doubt, right? I'm definitely not suggesting that any of us should wake up in the morning thinking we're only going to have amazing bosses and we're only going to have amazing leaders. That's just not realistic. But one of the tricky parts in fundraising is that we are often fundraising to support the vision of poor leaders. And we're bending over backwards and wearing our passion glasses to support bad bosses. The power imbalance is so significant, and our motivation comes from wanting to advance a mission that we believe in. But when that mission is being articulated by leaders we don't believe in, that can be a pretty tough spot. You start to wonder, like, why am I doing this? Or am I crazy? Are they as awesome as they seem? Are they not? Why am I experiencing this? Are other people experiencing this? Why do people want to give when the organizational leader stinks? It's just a really big challenge to fundraise when you don't believe in the organizational leadership. And I think that that's the case for lots of fundraisers. So bad bosses and bad leaders. And then number 4 is the pressure. These jobs there's a lot of pressure. We may be fundraising to make up for budget shortfalls. We may be fundraising to meet like big goals. We may be fundraising to meet our own metrics, maybe all of the above. But at the end of the day, our job is to close gifts. Our job is not to just build relationships. Our job is to get gift agreements signed, get pledges signed, get the check in the door. And getting across the finish line when you have that pressure can be really stressful. And so that's something to kind of put out there, is that there is a lot of pressure. Just because it's nonprofit doesn't mean it's all like, coming up roses every day. It's not all that unlike sales and sales quotas. If you work on metrics, dollars in the door, proposals, visits, etc., like you are gunning for those all day, every day. And when there's a shortfall, it can be extremely stressful. So that's something for us to think about, is the pressure. So the downsides of our industry: 1, passion glasses, and when they get the most of us. 2, sexual harassment. 3, bad bosses and poor leaders. And 4, pressure. Now, are these reasons to not go into our industry? No, right? No. But are they reasons to go in with eyes wide open? Absolutely. Do I hope that we will all keep talking about some of these issues? Absolutely. I'm hoping that these things we can normalize talking about these issues, because it's not going to get better if we continue to pretend that it's not happening. All right. I hope this is helpful. Oh, please like and subscribe. It helps this information get out to other people who might be interested in it. I'm going to put a bunch of resources below. When you click, you'll see there'll be some links to some free resources, and I hope you'll avail yourself of those. They're really good stuff for fundraisers and some for donors as well. So again, thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful.